talking about that video where I said there's no more multi-apping because of DoorDash's 35-minute DoorDash pause. Now, some people have been impacted by this, some have not. But this is what you guys had to say, because I love going over your feedback, because your voices are just as important as mine or anyone else's. So here's what you had to say about it. Daphne said, I've been doing DoorDash for 3 years. It's always been 35-minute pause for me. All you have to do is schedule 1-hour blocks instead of 1 6-hour block or whatever. I used to just decline while multi-apping, but since I started Spark, DoorDash started kicking me off for declining 20 to 30 minutes at a time. Now it doesn't matter because I can pause 35-minute blocks if need be. Daphne, I appreciate the information. Eric Berry said, they probably don't want people to schedule a dash and be pausing during that scheduled time. That's less money for them. That's exactly what I was thinking, Eric. Well said. Yanira Williams says, sadly, I'm in Anchorage, Alaska. Wow, Alaska. And there has been instances where DoorDash will not let me pause. I pause my dash and it goes back to live and I get a delivery. Interesting. Adam Nack says, yesterday, DoorDash paused me automatically after not receiving orders for an hour. So I had to unpause it manually. Has anyone experienced that? Let me know in the chat or the comments. Patricia Weaver said, hey, Pete, I hope you're having a good day. I did. GrubHub was good today. It was busy. They did this to me in this location in Georgetown, Kentucky. But then it went back to the old way. Wish everybody luck and have a good day. You too, Patricia. Thank you for letting us know. Cooking on the Farm said, I drive north of Seattle. This is such a glitchy system. There are times it does this and other times it resets every time. Then there are times it just logs you off. Uber Eats and GrubHub are so much more efficient in this department. I can tell you, I did GrubHub today and I can tell you it's absolutely much more efficient. Try and prove me wrong with that. I'll be glad to hear you out. Jeremy Utley said, I get 35-minute pauses when it's not busy and 10 minutes when it's really busy, which makes sense to me. That just seems like strategic planning. Jeremy, I would have to agree. That does kind of sound like strategic planning, so well said. And then finally from Nick Venezia, I think every market is different. I say it all the time. Every market is different. I drive DoorDash in New Jersey in the Toms River Market. We have so many dashers here and it's always busy. So they let you pause when you want, and every time it's for the 35 minutes. So Nick, thank you for that information. So a couple of things. Everybody right now in the chat or the comments, please put what market and what state you work in. And secondly, is your market typically busy every day, or does it really matter, you know, the time of day, the day of the week? Where I am in the New York City suburbs, it's usually pretty busy from morning until late night. Back in 2017, when I first started, the morning hours were very slow and it was only really busy during lunch and dinner time. But now it's throughout the day because these apps are so well known, especially post-pandemic or during the pandemic or whenever you're watching this. So the 35-minute pause seems to fluctuate depending on where you are working, whether it's really, really busy or it's really slow.